Let's go to Twitch and check.
Hey, you are.
Well, we'll see if it actually works.
But we can get some money so that way we can buy some.
Oh no. Okay. Hold on, we're live?
Yeah!
Wonderful. Welcome to the very professional Ilderon Tales stream.
Woo!
Awesome. Okay, let's do this. Wonderful. That only took much longer than I wanted it to. Alright. Hello and welcome to the Ilderon Tales. I am Emmy and we are about to do this thing. Yeah. Surprise session on a Saturday. We have not been doing these for this book. Oh my god, why do I hear so much of my audio everywhere? Oh, please stop. Hold on, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second to figure out how many windows of this I have open somewhere. It's gonna drive me crazy. Hello? Oh my god, I'm so stuck. I'm so sorry. Let's close that one. And we're officially back, and we're playing D&D. Sorry for the scuff start. So professional, so crazy professional. Hello and welcome to the Ilderon Tales. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. Everything you're going to see tonight is live storytelling. We are playing in a world of our own creation. It is the world of Ilderon. If you have not read about it, hey love, could you close those blinds right there? If you have not read about it or heard about the setting before, I like to give little tidbits at the start of like my favorite things about Ilderon. One of my favorite things about Ilderon is it is such a weird planar composition for a realm. All of the gods are forced to kind of be in the same realm as mortals, so pretty much most cultures somewhere in Ilderon can look and go right down the street and talk to their god. And the gods play a very active life in the or active role in the realm or lives of mortals. From there, if you want to read more, you can go to www.ilderontales.com, spelled like how it is, however, in the stream title. And if you are under the age of 14 and you are watching, please stop and talk to your parents because you're going to see content that is inappropriate for you. All right, so this is a wonderful and fresh new group. We have decided to start a new campaign. We'll go through all the players in Discord right now, And what we'll do is I'll just go top to bottom in Discord, and you can say your name and give your name, the character you're playing, and like maybe 2 sentences about them. If you say more, you're welcome to, but just keep in mind, we'll want everyone to have a turn. So we'll start with Chloe. If you could introduce yourself to the people watching this.
Hi. I'm Chloe. Should I say my character? Or should we wait?
Go for it.
My name is Chloe. I'll be playing Billy Tolls, a Winter Eladrin artificer.
All right, and we have Misty. If you could introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Misty, and I'm going to be playing Ivana, and she is a blue dragonborn and a paladin.
Awesome, and next we have Phoenix.
Hi, I'm Phoenix, and I will be playing Anthem Libertas, a changeling wizard.
Awesome, and finally we have Sora.
Hi, I'm Sora. I'm going to be playing Amaru. She is a samurai fighter, and for your own safety, please do not touch her artifacts.
Sora was our Godfind late addition to the campaign. I just found out this morning when I was going through her sheet and just verifying everything that Amaru was a samurai, and I was like, that's lovely. For reasons that will come up soon, that made me really excited. And yeah, I'm Emmy. I DM a bunch of stuff. So yeah, let's get started. Without further ado, give me that good spooky music. All right. So where our campaign is going to pick up from, and actually let me give you access to this. Where our campaign is going to pick up from is early in the distant forests of Alian. There isn't a little Durai born, prominent, splendid. Everybody has come around to celebrate this new addition to the circle. Years go by, and soon her shadow is pulled and given form. It imitates her, and further years go by. It grows sentience and grows beyond its initial purpose. Anthem, you are hugging your sister as she's whispering softly into your ear, "I'll always protect you." And years fly by in an instant. You find yourself walking the streets of Arder Sarai, your beloved in hand, and or hand in hand. You and Avalon Renalpaul. Before I continue, Phoenix, can you give us a description of Anthem?
Okay. Anthem appears as a human with tan skin, short brown wavy hair that goes to around her shoulders and blue eyes. She seems lean with some tattoos around her arms and stands around 5'10". She has a dual-colored black and cobalt blue coat / cape with a hood. White t-shirt, black pants. She has a necklace with a silver sword pendant, sapphire as her arcane focus that is attached to the cape. Some bronze bracelets on her arms, a belt, and her spellbook, which is attached to the belt.
Avalon Reynolpaw is walking next to you. In the classic fashion of most of these golden-haired, blue-eyed Reynolpaws. She is near shimmering in the night. Her chainmail armor just kind of lightly as you guys are walking. She has in her hand the letter from the sage Alshandoris. And as she is reading it, you both are stopped as a messenger runs up and says, Lady Reynolpaw, I've been looking for you. Summons from your father. There's another event in town that he wishes you to attend. God, I wish you would leave me. Fine. She takes the letter and reads it and then looks up, a sad expression on her face as she looks to Anthem, says, I was really hoping that we could go to this thing tonight, but my dad wants me to meet with some of the other family heads. Would you come with me instead?
Absolutely.
She's going to throw away the invite for Sage Alshandoris' party of just like, maybe next time, as she takes your hand and you guys walk off in the night. We move forward just a few weeks. Anthem, you just have had time to study and your skills have improved drastically, but things have just been happening in town. People going missing, cults just on the rise, and it never seems to you never seem to be able to just get a grasp on this. You always seem to be like one step behind wherever any problem has arisen, and you've spent so much time just studying, and Avalon herself has been with you alongside each adventure, trying your best to just figure out like what's been going on. So much so, congratulations, Anthem. Your oath has been recognized at this point, and you two have been betrothed. This will be your character sheet currently. Go ahead and have fun with that. Anthem, we're going to move forward just a little bit further. And as you think you found like the source of this conflict, and there are armies converging on the city of Ardor right now, 4 of them in every direction. As you are rushing off to investigate this, someone has been pulling some strings. You are going to hear above your head this this horrifying just tear as the sky thunders and rips apart. Into realms beyond, you see a dark swirling storm that is not of this world, and flying out of it, one by one by two, are spectral ships from beyond, entire galleons in the sky, coming down and sieging over Ardor Serai, the towers of the city being blasted apart with these necrotic spectral blasts. As these 6 ships descend into the city, behind them is what looks like a torrent, a flood of like green rain just falling out of this storm. As you stop and study, it is beyond you. These are ghosts, souls of the lost in the thousands, tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands, reigning over the city. Running through the streets, trying to get away from any of these things. As each person falls, a ghost flies into their corpse, and the person rises again and begins chasing anyone living who was fighting alongside that individual. Avalon was apart from your side tonight, and as you go running and looking for her, you're swarmed by 10 of these things. Soon it's 20 of these things. Eventually it's 30 of these things. The more of them you blast apart, you tear apart, the more of them that come, before finally a reaper of the gatekeeper itself, a Heraf, angel of death, descends from the storm. Anthem, you know your time is limited and cut short. There's no situation here where anybody walks away from this. Anybody away from the keep or outside the shelter of like the biovacs of these armies. As the Reaper raises its scythe, you have one spell you can cast, one moment you look for anything, just one decision you could have made differently that gave you the ability to stop this, that put you in the right place. Just one thing that maybe you could prevent any of this before it happened. You think of a moment, and as you begin casting these spells, your chronergy magic weaving and moving the echoes of time, the scythe comes down and interrupts your spell cast. Half of the spell goes off, wildly surges. Your life snaps back through 500 different moments before it all is just a weird haze, and almost like a distant nightmare that you can faintly recall before Avalon taps your shoulders and says, "Hey, do you want to blow off that party and come with me?" Anthem?
That sounds like a bad idea. Nope.
Fine. I'll go deal with my family. You have fun dancing and singing and drinking with all the cool people in the city. And I'll be doing diplomacy and representing my family. We'll meet up after?
Yeah.
She'll lean forward and kiss your cheek before she walks off with the messenger. She hands you the letter. Anthem, as you look down and read, this is the letter that I sent to everybody in the Story Stuff channel. Would you like to read it on stream, or would you like me to read it?
Could you read it?
Yeah, no problem. You look down to look over the letter that Avalon has just given you. It says, "Under the light of ancient stars, chaotic winds have been circling our country. Join me for a night under the light of ancient stars. Chaotic winds have been circling our country, threatening the bonds between the sister nations of Sunsarai. Arder Serai has stood as a bastion for all mortals across the world. Our valor and faith in each other guide us through the night. The border crisis has affected all of us. Celestial magnate Respis Bertolf has appointed a dear friend of mine to lead the Immigration Council. I have full trust in Rani Iravai's aptitude and the Stormfather's guidance to lead us through these threatening waters. Trade has stalled, pilgrimages have stopped, every hand able to wield a sword races toward the border provinces. It is our way, and the way of ancient Ardorians, to paint legends and songs of glory on the battlefield. I implore you, in these trying times, to consider the greatest stories of history, our warriors and goddesses who slew great evil. The glory in their tales is not that they chose to kill, but rather they chose to stand up and to protect. My hope is that from each lord, even to every low citizen, we would consider what is worth protecting. The wisdom of age has taught me sometimes in the haste to act, we forget the purpose upon which we choose to act. I offer this. Our purpose to fight is to protect each other, ourselves, our families, our loved ones. Whether this fight is won with swords or with diplomacy, let us not lose sight of the purpose that moves us. I am inviting any who reside in this country to come celebrate that purpose. Let us celebrate the common bonds of Serai. The night is nearly over. Have faith, my sisters and kin. Turning the letter over, it has a date and an address of the sage Alshandoris. And Anthem, you can start heading towards the party, and we will shift right now and start introducing characters. All right. So our campaign tonight takes place in the city of Arder and the nation of Arder Serai. Arder is an ancient river fortress that eventually just grew and grew and grew until people have inhabited all of the lands around it. In wars of ancient times, this is where humanity has been pushed to the edge, where Sunsarais have been almost eliminated off of the face of Ilderon, and every time have bounced back from here. Arder is built between two rivers, and the city is on the stony shores of the islands in between the rivers. Let's start tonight with Billy. So Billy, as you and your sister are in your carriage being pulled up the roads of Maiden's Watch. Maiden's Watch is the neighborhoods on one of the smaller stretches of land. These roads, you cross these giant ancient bridges to get into any island in Arder Serai, and then the roads wind up and zigzag up these slices of land, and then through the city, and then they go down ramps again to go across these bridges to the next island. As your carriage is leaving Maiden's Watch, descending to the bridge that leads to the city proper, you can see towers in the night, the entire city sparkling. Anywhere you look, there is a building reaching for the ancient stars that Serai, Dorai, and mortals long before you have looked to for guidance. Your sister, Kylissa Tolbs, is sitting on the other side of your carriage, and 3 guards walk outside. She's going to be looking out the window with... Oh, wait, I think we have a thing for her. Oh, yes, bless Insomni.
Ooh.
Alright, let's go ahead and show this. She is going to be looking out of the window pensively. As this carriage ride is going on, Billy's sitting across from her. Can you give us a description of what Billy looks like?
Billy is a winter ladron, but she's having been raised by humans. She's not adorned in a particularly fanciful way or anything like that. She's dressed in a suit, or not a suit, but a button-down top with a vest on over it, and she is adorned with a gold necklace and a sigil ring of her house, the Toll's house, and she's wearing a dragon scale, a blue dragon scale on her ear as an earring that was it was given to her by Ivana, and her skin almost looks like it's made of snow. It's sort of frosty and white and cold to the touch, and her eyes are icy blue, and she has short jet black hair.
As Kylissa's looking out the window, she's going to notice Billy looking at her, the silence in the cart, before she finally says, "What? You look like a butler for a snotty duchess."
Man, shut up. I think I look cool. Listen, I'm not for fancy parties. You know this, all right?
And she's gonna say,
I don't know how to dress.
"Of course we know this. That's why we're sending you to the party with the commoners."
Why can't you go again?
She's going to shake her head and say, "This surreal Renalpaw marriage throws the power balance of all of the families into question. Two of the strongest noble families uniting their heirs. I'm going to be representing Father in discussions for the evening on how we all proceed from this. Because,
Right.
you know, of course, we can't trust you with something like that."
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, no, that sounds like the worst thing I could possibly think to be doing.
She's going to look at the city as you all are walking, and there is a moment of there's a moment of just like melancholy as she says, I've never been one for living inside Ardor. To be honest, I prefer the fields of Hellenis more than this.
I mean, I don't really blame you for that. Honestly, I don't really love the city for the people, that's for sure.
I think it's just because anything that's happening is happening on the border right now. And for Dad to just send us all the way to the middle of the country, it's like he fears that we can't take that army out.
Yeah. Dad can kind of be a bit of a coward about things sometimes. Not gonna lie.
You know, Lenny's gonna be at that party you're at, right? I've watched that.
Oh, thank God. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I try my best to not shit talk him too much, but I think Lenny deep down knows his flaws too.
My thing is just nothing ever happens in the capital. It's just the place where they tell the armies where to go, and as she says that, there is this small flicker of golden or of purple light from the window before it grows and grows and grows.
Whoa.
And the whole city, the whole night sky is lit in this awe-inspiring, just deep purple magenta-ish light. Scooting over to the window and looking at the source, a guiding star has appeared in the night sky.
Pretty.
Kylissa is going to say, my gods, this only happens once every 50, 100 years? It's beautiful.
Yeah. Words escape me, I guess. You're always better with those than I am.
Billy, how about you roll me a history check if you can remember which guiding star is purple.
Will do. Can I do that for my sheet?
Yeah, you should be able to just click history.
All right. I think I did that with advantage, but it's the first one.
All right. 12? Okay. Billy, you are going to remember there are 8 of these guiding stars, and each one appearing means different things. You remember what all of them are, but matching up which one is which. I'm gonna roll you an evens or odds check. You think for a moment, this is Maphis. This is
Maphis.
the guiding star to the path of peace.
Huh. Sister, do you think does this feel meaningful to you, that this is the Maphis, the guiding path to peace?
She's going to nod and say, well, I mean, no one expects a border war or anything to actually break out. Arter Sarai are armies of one noble family. It's 10 times bigger than the standing armies of some nations. A Lona guy can't even begin to challenge us in open battlefields, especially our Dorian fields. It's in their best interest that this star appeared. I believe the gods want us to show mercy.
And do you think what do you believe? What do you want?
Kylissa is going to open her mouth to say something, and then stop and say, you're just trying to get me to say something that Lenny's gonna have to be defended. I want them
yeah,
to
you know
get
me.
what they deserve.
Yep, I hear you. Well, at least it's safe here. It is kind of dull, but to be fair, you don't really spend a lot of time with the common folk, do you?
Oh gosh, sometimes I forget how dumb you are. Why would I?
Hey, listen, I would rather shoot myself in the foot with a crossbow arrow than be with a bunch of stuffy nobles, so I guess to each their own.
As you say that, your carriage starts ascending up the ramps of the next bridge. You can see the sage's manor built into the stone sides of the foundations of the city. He has a terrace garden that his estate rises from. It is just like two more tiers up above you. She's going to turn and look over it and say, do you know if any of your friends are going to be there tonight?
Honestly, I doubt it. It doesn't seem like they're seen. But who knows? I think a few of them mentioned something about it to me. I think Ivana might be there.
She's going to nod and say, that one friend of yours owes the family one more act of service.
Who? Oh! Anthem?
She's going to nod and say, if you see her, send my regards.
Yeah, will do. I guess you guys aren't really gonna forgive her just because she's a friend, huh?
Kylissa is going to, pinch her eyebrows and say, how many times do Dad and I have to tell you don't perform services for free, get contracts in writing, blackmails, no good, prove it?
I am never gonna wrap my head around the way you guys do business.
She's going to shake her head and says, no, everyone else does business. We keep the city and the country running.
Yeah, fair enough.
At which point the carriage is going to stop. There are a multitude of other carriages here, crowds of people kind of flocking into the estate. Not as many people as you would expect, as there's still some hesitation, but it does seem like a lot of the city came out to enjoy the celebration. There are performers. There's performers on the promenade leading in, and you can already see in all of the windows of the estate there are different people talking and drinking with one another. The sounds of festivity coming from inside.
Oh
Alyssa
boy.
is gonna say, "Get out and don't get stabbed, please."
No promises. Later, bitch.
She's going to wave as you leave the carriage. One of the bodyguards is going to come over to her, and she will lean forward and whisper into his ear. You can see she hands him something before she says, "It would be a terrible shame to have to replace you. I look forward to seeing your head later. Still attached. Bye."
Alright, see ya. God, I hate parties like this. Sort of mumble to myself as I walk off towards it.
Alright, let's do a... You know what? I'm wild. I'm gonna roll a d4 -1. I had plans, but bump plans. So Billy is handled, so we'll do Anthem, Ivana, or Amaru. Wonderful. So Ivana, Misty, are you there? And can you hear us?
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right, let me find Ivana's character sheet. Cool. All right. You have made your way through the city from the Palace District, or from Aline over through the Palace District to the city proper. There is a gathering of everybody. And by everybody, just anyone who wanted to come celebrate tonight has been welcome to come celebrate. There's people you've worked with, people you might one day have to work with here. But an event like this is bound to draw some trouble, and it never hurts to have like more members of like the Unrepentant or other peacekeeping forces in town just kind of hanging around. So you've made your way to the city proper and to the Sage's estates, and let me find some good party music, because I know I've got some. We'll go with that, and that's fine for now. Okay. Ivana, inside of this party, you're able to talk and chat with a few people. You find yourself in a group of gathered military officials, loosely associated with your work, as some of these people here run the massive dungeon in town called Storm's Nest, where you get a lot of the partners that you work with out of. How about you give us a description of Ivana right now?
So she is a blue dragonborn. She's only existed for a couple years. She doesn't really have a sense of style yet, so she's kind of just wearing whatever was in her closet. She kind of just threw on some pants that she thought matched with like a striped white shirt. I don't know, just kind of whatever she wanted, she just kind of threw on. She is around, I think, yeah, she's like a 6'4", 6'5". She's a lot taller than a lot of the other people around her. I don't know, yeah.
The people you are talking to happen to be ambassadors of a organization called Nazaran. They are kind of a international peacekeeping force dedicated to like fighting the undead across the world. Particularly next to you is Ambassador Dardel. She has a glass of wine in her hand, although she is still in her uniform, and she's going to laugh and say, "The Kayak Empire was doomed, regardless of military strength. Why are we even entertaining this conversation?" One of the people in the circle is going to speak up and say, and you look down at him. He is a halfling man, and he's going to speak up and say, military strength is not the only indicator of military strength's not the only indicator of battlefield prowess. I mean, you should see some of the advancements the Kayak Empire made in Arcanomancy. Ililnagai's on the precipice of such things. Naivara is going to say, "You think Arder Sarai and Ililnagai are going to go to war? You have had far too much to drink, my friend. This is a scuffle between the Sky Queen and the Magnate. One of them will fold." The smaller man is going to say, "What makes you so certain?" She's going to say, "Because the Nazaram Alliance is needed to keep the world safe, and it's always been known Arder Sarai provides the troops, Ililnagai provides the gold. If they go to war, the whole world's doomed." And at this moment, as they are talking, Ivana, gleaming from the windows is a majestic purple light. A guiding star has appeared over the town tonight. Nivira's going to look as all of the windows light up in this cosmic arcane light, and she's going to say, "A guiding star, the path to peace." She turns with a haughty smile towards Nudish, or towards the man that she's been talking to. And he's gonna say, "It's only loosely theorized that those are prophetic." The whole time, what's Ivana thinking as this conversation's going on?
I think that she is very, like, she's really, like, trying really hard to pay attention because she's only existed for a couple years. Like, she came out of Earthfire with a lot of knowledge, but she hasn't had a lot of experience. So whenever people, like, mention things offhanded, she's kind of, like, taking notes in her head. So as they're talking about, like, prophetic guiding star, she's probably, like, referring back to maybe, like, a book she read, like, maybe a year ago-ish, and she's thinking, like, okay, that I remember that sounds kind of familiar. She's just kind of trying to, like, keep track of, like, the things they say and a lot of, like, the political stuff, because she's not well versed in all of that.
Give me two checks. Give me one charisma deception check on how, like, good you're doing at, like, nodding along and being, like, having that leaned in interest of, like, oh yeah, that's a great I agree with that. Oh my gosh, Ivana just starting us out with a crit. Beautiful.
Oh, is that a crit?
Whoa!
I just clicked the button. I've never used this before.
No,
That was a nat fucking 20.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
nice.
like as she brings up the guiding star,
really convincing.
yeah,
I've learned.
Ivana's gonna be like, you can't argue with that, and they just, like, completely have accepted she's been tuned in this whole time. Secondly, give me a perception check, because I feel like even though you're pretending to be interested, this conversation's not, like, really holding Ivana's interest, as she might be, like, looking out for, like, things going on amongst the crowd, because there's a lot of important and not important people who are being complained.
Okay. Perception is not great, but yep.
Yeah.
I'm staring at the window with the pretty purple light. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, as you like reinforce this conversation, and then you kind of, like, look around out of the corner of your eye, Nivira is going to turn and say, like, call back for your attention, say, "That settles that. I'd much rather hear what the Chantry of Unity is up to these days."
We're helping. I think. Yeah, we are. We are. I know what I'm talking about.
Tell me, has anyone in the Unrepentant been assigned that Darnthel temple that burned down?
Would I know that?
You can roll me a history check for if Ivana has
All right.
knowledge.
-1. Let's see. Oh.
You just gotta believe in yourself. It's actually funny that she should mention that. It has been investigated already by a set of the Unrepentant. A Darnthel temple, it's a foreign religion, did burn down in town right before it was set to open up. The temple had just been built, and a lot of people died in the fire. But an Unrepentant member did investigate, and they believe that the flame clerics in town, the Chantry of Discipline, was behind the fire. However, the Ethics Council was able to successfully defend the people thought culpable, and as of now, the case is kind of dead. So yes, someone's investigated it, but it's had no progress since the last, like, major reveals.
I think I'll turn to her and be like, slowly. They're working their way through the case. Hit a couple dead ends here and there, but you know, it's going.
Nivera is going to take and drink from her glass and say, "Yeah, I couldn't believe what I was hearing when my assistant told me the temple had burned down. You'd think this was a Lil Nagai."
You would.
Let me roll a check for you. And I'm gonna roll one more. Bless my wonderful wife for making me all the cards I need. Ivana, very distantly on the twitch of like your ears, you didn't do well enough to beat this perception check, but you do hear something familiar that sends a shiver down your spine. You would have to roll again if you want to isolate the voice, and I'm going to put it at DC 11.
Okay, is perception?
Yes.
All right. Go.
Oof. So close. You tune out from the conversation again. You hear a familiar voice. Let me pull up your notes right now just so I get the pronunciation right. You hear Kiara's voice, a criminal that you've helped rehabilitate. You don't place her in the room, but just on the drift of like a word, you hear the familiar way that she like pronounces assassin. And it just sends a shiver down your spine. Unfortunately,
I think that.
Yeah, you did not roll well enough to locate where she's at, but you have recognized the voice.
I think now that I know she's in there, maybe I'll be a little bit higher alert, but maybe not.
Okay. Do you want to do anything, or do you want to keep sitting here and?
I think I'll turn to, what was her name, Navira?
Yeah.
Navira, and I'll say like, so great talking to you. I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna walk away.
She's gonna say, "Oh, but okay. Come by my office later. Bye."
Yeah, I'll stop by.
All right. What do you want to do as you move through these crowds of people?
I think that as a member of the Unrepentant, I'm just gonna kind of be like looking around, just like trying to see if like maybe any like thing is gonna happen, like maybe just like to get ahead, and just in case like I don't know, someone like a fight breaks out or someone tries something, just trying to like look out for that. So just kind of like surveying the space, I guess, or like maybe like just kind of looking around.
You are going to hear. I'm going. Okay. Oh, I should probably explain how I dungeon mastered all of you as I do stuff. So, at any time, if anybody wants to make a check on anything I've said, like, hey, I don't recognize that word, would my character know it? Can I make a history check? Completely free. If you're looking for something, you're completely free to say, hey, I want to look for this. Can I make a check? If you tell me that you are doing something and you don't ask me to make a check, I'm going to assume you're doing it like passively, like on like your passive perception or insight, or like what your character's like idly able to do. So you are looking around right now, which means I would take your passive perception unless you want to make another active perception check.
I'll make another active perception check.
Go for it. I just wanted you to know like what's going on. And
Oh, okay.
Much better. Yeah.
Way better.
As soon as you get
Way
away
better.
from those recruiting officers and diplomats and ambassadors, and you're just focused, you turn around through the room, and you see over by a corner next to one of the stairwells that leads into the towers, a smaller woman is going to yank on Kiara's collar, pulling her down and hissing, "Don't be so loud!" You can see her on the other side of the room. They have a modicum of privacy in this room, so much so that there's so many people that it's hard for anyone to particularly pick them out.
Okay, I think I see that, and I don't care what I'm doing anymore. I just run over there, like not maybe not run, but like briskly walk, as to
Okay.
like not draw attention to myself.
As you join the conversation, the smaller woman is going to look up at you. She's got tan skin, but it is almost muted in color, and she's going to roll her eyes and look towards Kiara, eyebrows raised. She's going to walk off. Kiara's going to say, "Ivana!"
Oh my god, girl, I have not seen you in like a week. What is up?
She's going to say, "And when I heard that this was getting together, I just had to come. But don't worry, I'm doing well. Thank you. I've got
I mean, I would hope. You better be doing well. I swear to God, I didn't put in all that work for you to not be doing well.
She's going to shake her head and say, "No, I'm apprenticing with some smiths over in the forging circle."
Oh my God, congrats! I didn't know you were doing that.
She's gonna shrug and say, "Well, I just thought I'd use my magic for something a little bit more than breaking into windows and buildings at night and mending the damage."
Yeah, that was a bad habit for me to break.
She's gonna give you a once over, and unless you want to hide how you're feeling, I feel like the initial composure you had at diplomats talking about politics has kind of faded away, and now you're in that full activated is some shit about to go down now mode. If you want to hide that and be more calm, it would be a charisma check again to just kind of how well is Ivana controlling herself.
You know, I'll do one of those. Just flat charisma check.
Yeah, your DC to beat is 21.
Okay, I have a +5, so nope.
Ooh. So yeah, I mean, to
Nope.
most people, you look pretty chill, but Kiara picks you apart, in 10 seconds of you coming over here. She looks you up and down, and she's going to say, you thought that I was doing deals here, didn't you? Didn't you?
No, not you specifically, but maybe other people. I wasn't thinking about you. I didn't even know you'd be here. I thought that just maybe something else might happen, and maybe I should come and just, be here just in case.
She's going to throw her hair back, or brush her hair back behind her ears again and say, "Come here."
What?
As you lean in, she's just going to say softly, "That was an old friend of mine giving me a tip not to hang around here for too long. She hires assassins, knows what some other assassins are up to, and There's an assassin who has a job for here tonight. Tonight, she nods and says,
Shit.
I'd get out of here if I were you, but
what about everyone else?
she's gonna say, I don't know. It's not gonna be much anyone can do to stop it. Said it's a one of those doppelgangers. Can wear anybody's face. They're gonna get who they want.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that.
She's gonna nod and say, although as far as who they'd get here, I don't even know.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people here right now.
She's going to point and say, a Lil Najian, a Lil Najian, a Lil Najian. Probably one of those three.
That's really just one, but okay. At least, yeah. Okay, thank you.
She's going to shrug and say, I don't even know why they're in this country. They're trying to, they're marshaling an army at our borders.
I don't know either. You've lived longer than I have. You know more about this stuff than me. I'm here. I made you maybe a better person. I don't know stuff about this. I don't know why they'd be here.
She's going to shrug and say, well, you help me if I can help you. A word of advice. Don't try and save everybody else. Sometimes you just gotta save yourself. I'm leaving. She smiles.
All right.
Is going to place a hand on your chest for a moment before walking by.
All right. And I think as she's walking away, I'll just be like, bye. And then I don't know, I think maybe try to find, I don't know if anyone's here, but maybe try to find someone to alert a higher up in the unrepentant or something that's might be here.
Ooh, okay. So normally I would handle this as a fortune check, but I know everybody right now has one fortune because you just started the campaign. So what I'll do is I'll roll one for you with my own range. There are a lot of people here. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
And I'm going to say DC 17 in order to find someone.
All right. Come on. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, don't. No one. I don't find anyone.
So, well, you're not going to find any higher-ups from your chantry. But as you look around, you are going to see there are actually guards here at this party, particularly the Soulheart family, which is another family of fire spawn in town that work for the chantries. Ever walking around looking for anyone in the unrepentant order, you just see a soul heart posted at this door, a soul heart at this door, a soul heart standing below this column. But that's about the most you've got.
Okay, I feel like at this point I wouldn't. I don't know them, and I think I wouldn't trust them with this information. So I think I'm gonna just maybe try to get, if it's what does the layout of this place look like? Can I get to a higher ground to get a better surveying area?
Yeah, but before you do, I'm gonna give you a little bit of additional information, and then we're probably gonna jump scenes.
Okay.
As you see each of these different guards, their vision is trained on one person. All of them are kind of glaring straight through this party. If you follow their eyes, it is a little Nujian that Kiera pointed out.
Okay. I think I'll note that and maybe keep an eye on them too.
Okay. We're gonna swap scenes, and we're going to roll a d4. Evens, Anthem, and odds. We're jump into Amaru. Odds, Amaru. As you are in this party, if there is any information anywhere to be had in the city, it is right here. The Ardor is a very weird place. They don't actually invest in public education that teaches everyone. Instead, they invest in public education that teaches a select few. And then those people are like librarians and Google searches for the rest of the community. They're called sages, and their job is to know things. And the whole city comes to them and asks them questions of like, my daughter's sick. What type of remedy do I need for this disease? Hey, I was, studying this subject for forging techniques. Is there anything you can recommend I go look at? Hey, can I get maps to this place? Of like, they are the city clerk, essentially. And you are here at the sage's house. It would be wonderful if you could have like 10 minutes alone with him. But so far you've yet to see him, as you've been bumping into multiple people, and just so many fascinating people have come to join this party. Can you give us a description of what Amaru looks like?
Okay, so Amaru is a very tall shattered, standing at 6'2". She's also a bit of an odd case, as she's almost always in the more demonic form that shattered take near powerful magic, which makes her very easy to spot in a crowd or to remember her face when you meet her on the street for a second time. She has her purple hair up in a ponytail, and she's wearing a very tattered suit jacket that has been patched and stitched together way too many times. And she wears it over a simple blue t-shirt with equally tattered suit pants.
Okay. As you are trying to carry on a conversation, it just slowly is going to peter out, as it constantly does, because you just feel every direction around you, Amaru, as you look, like you just feel eyes on you. Each guard here is just staring near daggers at Amaru. Though I'm wondering if I make you roll anything for this. You know what? Go ahead and give me a perception check. You'll get information regardless, but I'll give you additional information based on each tier of 5 you get. Beautiful. Freaking gorgeous. You look at all of these Ardorian fire spawn of the Chantry, each one just like glaring eyeballs at you. And the people that you were chatting with, talking about your interests in the Sage and travels in the town, they're like, as that nervous energy kind of takes over, they're gonna like just like, well, okay, and kind of walk away from you. Each of these Ardorian fire spawn, tall, intimidating, exactly what you would expect out of Ardorian men and women. Their faces stoic, unmoving from their posts even as people talk to them. And as you move through each one, you notice 2 particularly different ones. One in the center of the room is watching you with hesitation. as she prepares to go to the staircase. The other one is a small girl standing by a column. You would expect her to almost be lost or out of place, but she is standing with her hands behind her back and kind of a deadpan stare at you. That said, you have all of the guards' attention in this room, and people have kind of flocked away from you. What do you want to do?
The Amaru is very desperate to get to the sage and isn't really sure of who to ask at this point. The small girl is not exactly filling her with confidence, a little bit intimidating and strange. So keeping her arms sort of crossed behind her back so it's clear she doesn't have a hand on a sheath or anything, a sword, she approaches the one that is going towards the staircase.
Misty, a tall tiefling woman is going to approach you, the one that the Ilderon you were staring at earlier.
Hi. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm very sorry, my friend, but could I just trouble you with a question?
Yeah. Ask away.
Would you happen to know where the sage of this house is at the moment? I've been searching for him, but to no avail.
Would I know where the sage is?
Um, hmm. Yes. On
Okay.
a. If you all feel like I'm making you roll too much, feel free to say so. But I feel like on a DC 7 history check, like
Mhm.
you might have saw him walking in, but was it your priority when you were coming here? You can go visit this guy anytime.
Okay.
I love
Okay.
rolling. You're
History
good.
check?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
no,
history
this is
check,
fun.
DC 7.
Okay.
Plus, you work at a chantry where they literally train sages. This
Okay.
one's nothing special.
All right. I got it.
Yeah, actually, you passed by him downstairs. He was greeting people in the dining hall.
Yeah, I think I saw him in the dining hall. And if you don't mind, could I ask why you would like to see him? You don't have to answer. I'm just curious.
Wait, I want to play a mean dungeon master thing on
Hmm.
Ivana.
Okay. Yeah.
Ivana, please do remember there is a doppelganger here. It could be anybody's face.
Oh. Okay. Then I think I say that, remember that, say, oh, sorry. Maybe I'll walk you. I'll walk you to him. I think I remember where I saw him.
Oh, well, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. You all can head, or not you all, you two can head downstairs. Um, as you head to the stairwell, just looking over your shoulder, Amaru, two of those fire spawn are going to leave their posts, tailing you. Otherwise, you both can head downstairs into the dining hall. This is a much more open chamber. There are servants walking by to talk to all the people interested in food and getting seats set aside by them. The sage is here. You see him in the back of this hall. He is. There's a stage, or there's a raised stage where his table's being prepared with a couple other probably important guess in the back part of this room. What would you like to do?
I think I just. Sorry, I
Oh, you
didn't just
go.
say. I think I just motion us to just walk over there. Say like, "Oh, I see him. Let's go talk to him."
And what is probably an ill-advised move, Amaru is very unnerved by being tailed by the two people leaving their posts, so she moves her hands from like kind of crossed behind her back or in front of her, and just she takes one hand and just kind of puts it on the side of her sheath so she can be ready at any time, which
Mhm.
may not be well advised.
I mean,
But she does.
normally I would say yes, but for Ardorians, you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you put on your makeup, you grab your sword. So, um, okay. So you're holding your sword as you approach the sage?
Yes, or at least like, if not directly holding it, just kind of hand like right by it at least.
Okay, how subtle is this gesture? Is it something you're trying to hide, or are you like letting these guards know, like, hey, don't step up on me?
It is uh more subtle. It's just kind of she tries to frame it as just changing her posture, kind of.
Okay, give me a stealth check. And this would just be like, uh, I would say basically this is a readied action. If somebody does something to you, you can just use your reaction, whip out your sword, and take an action. Um, and the stealth check would be kind of like just hiding that almost prepared going for your gun, twitchy finger. Okay. Okay. um,
Could I
so
maybe like
go ahead.
roll to like notice this?
So, again, just kind of like how I DM. Um, stealth checks last until they are challenged or someone beats it. You beat it on your passive perception, so you wouldn't have to roll because
Hmm.
your passive perception's 10. So you
Okay.
would just like look over and see Amaru is like ready to draw her sword. But you know what? I'll you can try and draw from Amaru, maybe like body posture or something, of if it's on ease,
Hmm.
or you can just talk to them.
I think I'll just say maybe I'll maybe roll to see like if it's like in a like defensive or like offensive
All
way.
right,
Yeah.
give me an insight check, DC 7.
Okay. Um,
Amaru set that
where is that?
real high. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Jesus.
Your new friend is incredibly uncomfortable.
I think
Oh
I
wait,
noticed
I'm
that, and
sorry. Before I continue, would you want to add anything
oh,
onto that, Sora?
No, just that. Yeah, she's incredibly uncomfortable and anxious, and it is purely defensive.
I think on that I do notice that, and I just like I think maybe I put my hand like you said you're around like 6'2", so you're kind of like around my height, and so maybe I just like put my hand on your shoulder, and I'm like, it's okay. Like maybe I turn to you and I'll say like, don't be worried. Like I know this guy. He's super chill. Like don't worry. I got you.
She kind of sighs and says, "It's not him I'm worried about." But she takes the hand off the sheath and just kind of keeps it to the side, like not like completely prepared anymore, but still like not crossed behind her back anymore.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think then at that point we'll just walk up.
All right. As you're making your way through the dining hall, um, I think I'm gonna come back to you all if that's okay. I would
Hmm.
like to introduce Anthem. Anthem,
Woo!
Hello.
You are recovering from a just weird run of deja vu. It's hard to get past like that sense of dread you have, but the more the night goes on, the more you feel just kind of back at home in your own body. Um, as you head towards it's breaking from this deja vu and heading towards the party. As you make your way toward the promenade of the Sage's Manor, you are going to see a spearman has his spear on his back. He has a sigil of the tolls on his shoulder. Unfortunately, you are going to recognize him. Um, he is standing on the street that is approaching one of the turns into the Manor's Promenade. He's gonna look over at you and say, Libertas! My lady's given me one final piece of work for you, and you're free.
I swear if this one's actually illegal.
He's going to shake his head and say, Nonsense. Have we ever had you do anything illegal?
No. But it never hurts to be cautious.
He's going to slap a handful of papers forward two into your stomach as he walks by and says, I have to catch up with my liege.
How confidential are these papers?
He's going to say, you know the deal. Don't let anything lead back to our house. It has the name on there of who you're looking for.
Can she go through the papers?
Okay, you're gonna read them?
Yes.
So, wrapped around this is just the person you're meant to deliver it to. Going into death, it is actually a roll of vellum and another roll of parchment. I didn't get around to adding these to Roll20 yet, but the first one is a list of names. The vellum list is a list of names. Looking through the second one, it is a Ruby Alliance Vault contract. It is a one-way transfer out of a vault to the lady that is listed to deliver this to. Her name is Moa. Does she have a family name? She does not have a family name. But she does have a vault that presumably this would work for. The name that you are to deliver this to is a contractor by the name of Moa, and there is a brief description of her.
How much does Anthem remember from the future? Still, or is it
What are you
all
trying
gone?
What are you trying to figure out? I'll let you roll a history check.
Just like anything. Like
Okay.
if everything was okay.
Give me a history check.
All right.
Anthem, you are going to remember, like, you stop and you think like, man, that was a really weird sense. You can remember there are high counselors that were dead, but that's not true, because the time of like Arter Sarai using assassins to do anything, that age is like 4 years past. The country's stabilized since.
So the High Counselors were dead in that timeline?
Yeah, if it was even another timeline.
Does she know who did it, who caused it, or just that
You do
they
not.
were? Okay.
I mean, that 20 is an amazing roll, and getting even that nugget of information is it's impressive. Because I was gonna say, yeah, nothing, but I was like, yeah, I'll give her a chance.
So nothing about the Green Rain, Souls, Ships, Possession stuff? She doesn't remember any of it?
I would say it feels like a nightmare that you know you felt bad, but you can't recall details of. Like,
Okay.
you know how your chronergy powers, like, work. Like, you've studied time magic. You know that you would, if it was time stuff happening, you would be conscious of it because you would be the one changing it.
Yeah, she has an awful feeling about it all. Just dread the entire way through. She walks in.
Okay. Let me...
Did she see the star?
Oh, I am so sorry. Yes. Please, for everyone from this point on, because I might forget because I'm juggling a lot of things. Please assume the light, this city is glowing in a soft purple light. There are people looking up in awe at it, and it is definitely a heck of a parlor trick for a party. But yes, a guiding star is out tonight.
Would she know the meaning of it? Or would I have to also roll for that?
Yeah, I would say if you talk to somebody who told you, you know what? I'll give you a percentage die roll on it. People might be discussing it around you. You are aware it is Maphis, the path to peace.
Yeah.
If you want any more information about it, you would have to roll a history check.
Alright, I'll do that. 11.
You know, in Arter Sarai, at DC 5, you know, in Arter Sarai, the guiding stars are these prophetic stars that follow no rhyme or reason. They don't rotate with the night sky. They appear, they're there for a couple hours, and then they dissolve and go away. And there is no telling when these things appear or disappear. At DC 10, you know that the stars are believed to be prophetic. For Maphis, or rather, I think I won't give you specifically what Maphis means, but at DC 10, you know these things are meant to be prophetic and relate to whatever their concept is about. So Maphis, the path to peace, might mean that the path to peace is blocked and action needs to be taken. Or it could mean that, you know, peace is the option that everyone is choosing right now. One of the ones is like Mucktherin would be the royal light. A lot of people say like kings and queens are born under Mucktherin, but also kings and queens are murdered under Mucktherin.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. But yeah, generally, these are believed to be good things and not omens.
Well, she doesn't believe in it all because she doesn't believe in the religion. like she views it as like nonsense, and the whole system of
Probably.
like is yeah. Does she know about the how it chooses the rulers thing?
As far as like Ardorian custom,
Yeah, that thing.
I would say that you hang out with Avalon. You have a good idea. And you've been in Ardor Serai for 4 years, I
Yes.
believe. Yeah, you have a good idea of how this system works. Um, that the Ardorians, Ardorians pick their leader from whoever can predict the right guiding star coming at the right time. If no one can properly predict it, a council appoints a leader of the country. The current magnate, celestial magnate Respus Bertol, was appointed.
Yeah, no, that's not a good sign because anybody can just. Yeah, she's gonna view this star as going to cause a shit show for the throne, basically.
I lost my d20, got it back. As you are walking into the entrance hall of this manor, and you see all the people hanging about, a shorter woman, drab of skin, is going to come up to you and say, "You're late. They said you'd have a blonde hanging on your arm."
She just politely smiles through her teeth, um, and hands the stuff over and says,
As you go to hand it over, a woman is going to approach you before Moa can take the paper. And she is going to say, "Aren't you... Excuse me, aren't you that one always hanging out with the rental paw heir? I've seen you around town. She's not here? Are you available? Oh, excuse me, Lilfir, Madison." She puts her hand forward for Anthem.
"Oh boy."
Anthem,
Well,
in front
yeah,
of
she
you...
doesn't say that out loud.
In front of you is a woman who could be viewed as very conventionally attractive. However Anthem's preferences bend, it does take a moment of just like, wait, what? Say that again? Before you're back in this.
Hello, who might you be?
Lilfir, Madison. I work for Lord Madison. I've been to some of the dinners at Beaka Hold. Lord Madison's actually soul sworn to the Rental Paws. I've seen you around.
Would I know her?
You can roll me a history check. I don't feel like you would.
25. Not 20.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna know this woman. Just very, distantly, like a string of ideas connect in your head of like, where do I know her from? Why am I thinking of Billy? Billy, there was gossip. Billy helped me out. Gossip. Is this the lady that broke Billy's heart?
Is it?
Oh no.
Is she at the party?
She is at the party.
Oh no.
Hey,
Is she...
and you know what? I'll give you a spoiler. Chloe, Billy's walking into this room right now.
Oh no! And I don't have Lennox with me!
How badly did it end?
It was only gossip shared with you, but I think the word amongst the nobles was the Tolzir was devastated for weeks, months?
Yeah.
Questionably still?
Yeah, still.
She's gonna say, we have to sit together. Want to hear some more of like what goes on inside of Pika Hold?
If
Sure.
Billy has walked into the room, I'm just going to say, Billy, if she spots her, Billy is fighting like a pillar or something and looking as naturally as possible to try and not catch her eyes.
I'll break from this and I'll say, for Billy, actually, yeah. You've just said goodbye to Kylissa. You're making your way down the promenade into the entrance hall. Not even 10, 12 steps away from the door. Your ex is talking to that person you helped, and it looks like she's low-key harassing her.
Oh no. Where's Lenny?
Lilfear has this very forward demeanor where it's just like, as soon as you guys have started talking, Anthem and Lilfear, like she's kind of moved forward, hand and a little bit of her elbow on Anthem's shoulder, like almost next to you, like arm candy, hanging off of you. As she's positioned herself between you and Moa, making a circle between the three of you.
I think Billy is doing her best, even though seeing that Anthem is being slightly harassed. I think weighing how close she is with Anthem and how badly she does not want to see or talk to Lilfear. Am I saying that right? Lilfear?
Yeah, Lilfear.
Lilfear. She is trying to look as natural as possible, like hiding behind a pillar and avoiding eye contact and trying to blend into the crowd.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Anthem, you're on your own.
That's
Give me a
great.
stealth check for Billy, please.
Does Anthem notice Billy?
Well, that's what we're about to find out. Anthem.
Perception check.
If you're
I don't think Billy would have told Anthem about this relationship at all.
Yeah, if you are looking like around for any way to get out of here, you think out of the corner of your eye, you see Billy slip behind a pillar. She does not reemerge as if she kept walking.
God, I knew I shouldn't have come here. I fucking hate parties. Where's Lennox?
Wait, would that be a 10 rolled or a 14? I can't tell.
The first one. It automatically does it with advantage, and I don't know how to turn that off.
I can.
Okay, cool.
I think I have all the sheets set that you can toggle it. So if you see at the top of your sheet, oh no, it's not on. Hold on, let's see. I'm gonna turn advantage toggle and whisper toggle. You'll have 5 new buttons at the top of your screen. If you click like normal,
cool.
it all at once. I will
very cool.
Sheets later.
Thank you.
Her passive perception meets it.
Yeah. With stealth, with ability checks in general, ties go in favor of the attacker. Stealth is always kind of like a defensive thing you roll against people's perception.
Alright. Would it be possible, like, despite the like her trying to get in between, could she like try like moving so that the woman would have to like move with her, so it's like circling around, and then just subtly slip it to her like the papers?
Oh, you're gonna try and slip the papers towards
Yeah.
Towards Moa?
Mara.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check.
Please, please, please. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no!
No.
as you shuffle, turn, you bump into Lil Fear. She's going to move a step back. And is going to say, "Oh, excuse me. Well, anyways, if you want to spend some time together, come find me." She'll smile and walk off.
Alright. Are all the papers still there, like in check?
You go to check your hand. You swear you were clutching them. They are gone.
Okay, now no, she's going after her. No.
You chase down Lilfear.
Yeah. Or like any perception, yeah. Like who took them?
Moa is going to like hand on her face as she looks down on the floor and starts looking around people's feet. Okay. You can head off after Lilfear. Yeah, you can go ahead and give me a perception check too as you do this. I'm gonna roll a cardinal direction check.
Please. No, that's not good.
Billy.
My passive's better.
Yes.
As you are hiding behind a pillar, you
desperately looking for Lennox.
You are like not even daring to breathe past like to see what is happening on the other side of this pillar. For walking by you, you see Lilfear. She is looking down at something in her hand subtly and looking over her shoulder. As she does walk by the pillar, she stops and sees you and says, "Billy!"
Oh, no. Hi. I've been well. I'm good. You didn't ask that. How are you?
Say, you could offer me your arm and we can talk on a terrace. There's some beautiful ones outside.
Oh, honestly, that sounds great. I love that. But actually, Lennox wanted to. No, thank you. She gets dragged away.
As Anthem is like furiously stomping towards her.
Oh yeah, wait, no, she would not be doing that.
Yeah.
She would be more composed, but like she knows what's up. Like it was there, it wasn't there. She circled. Yeah, she puts two and two together.
All right. So you all are going to move hastily through this entrance hall into the dining hall. There are doors on the other side of the dining hall to the gardens. As you all move into this room, Ivana, Amaru, Ivana's got, has told you, hey, just calm down, it's gonna be okay. Hustling and hastily, like, parting through this crowd, you guys can turn and see the Toll's heir practically being dragged by a woman I don't think any of you are familiar with through this room. do you want to do anything or get out of the way like everyone else?
Maru stops walking towards the sage for a moment just to get out of the way of this, procession.
Yeah. Probably I figure it's none of my business and just kind of slip to the side.
Okay. And Anthem, you can follow them out to the garden.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Our time check, we're doing good on time? Cool. Alright, so, which group do I want to handle, first?
I do want to say, because I don't think I've mentioned this out of game, I think Ivana would know about this relationship. Not deeply, but
okay.
a little bit.
Okay, then maybe it is my business. And okay.
You would at least know that Billy had like a really bad relationship in the past. But I think it's up to Emmy if I would have told you the details about if it's her.
I gave you all those character linking questions. I will say I only know Anthem's answers to those. I know no one else's. So those were all.
Oh yeah.
I
think
you're free to have.
I think like Pappy and I think Lennox and mine are pretty well known, but I think Billy's and everybody else's hasn't been super discussed.
Yeah, so if you want to say Billy, like in your tertiary friendship, like as you guys bump around into each other in town and chit chat with Ivana, you can say Billy's. Yeah, I'm broke up with Lil Fear. It hurt.
Well, the real question is, would Ivana have asked who it was? Or would Ivana be like, none of my business?
I think I would have seen you being dragged away, noted it in my mind, and thought, oh, there's an assassin maybe coming to kill someone here, and that's maybe not my top priority at the moment. So I think I know it in my head and still step aside with Amaru, and I'm like, I'll deal with that later.
It'd be like, well, Billy looks uncomfortable, but Billy always looks uncomfortable by social interaction, so that's probably not too worrying.
You don't seem to be in immediate danger, so I'm not.
Do they see Anthem going after them both?
Yeah, I would say so. And so if you want to do something stealthily, you are free to. You just need to inform me, and then you would like roll a stealth check. Which in this case, it would be like as the crowd parts, kind of like not walking through that middle wave that's been open, but just kind of like stepping around, through the people, giving them space.
How far away are they both?
Oh, Lil Fear's booking it.
Oh yeah, then she books it too. She's running. She is running.
She's not like running, sprinting, but it's like, oh my god, I want to catch up with you so much, Billy.
How many feet away? How many feet?
I'll give you 30.
Do I feel like wasting a second level spell? I
don't know. You want those papers?
It might not be a waste.
How badly do I want these papers?
You let me know.
Alright, you know what? First spell of the entire campaign of Vortex Warp. I am grabbing her ass back here.
Okay, can you link it? I'm unfamiliar with that spell.
Yep.
Vortex Warp. You magically twist space around another creature you can see in range. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or the target is teleported to an unoccupied space within range. Spell save DC 13.
She's gonna pass, isn't she?
I don't know her save. I rolled a 9, and I am adding it up now.
Would that cause a scene?
Constitution save?
Oh, I hope it does. I sure hope it does.
Yeah, space is going to warp around Lilfear as she is moved back 30 feet. Misty's essentially
Yeah, right in front of
Misty
Anthem.
stepping towards you.
Yeah.
And she looks side to side.
Can Anthem grab the papers like instantly as soon as like she appears?
Out of her hand?
Yes.
She does not have any papers in her hands as you pull her forward.
Oh no. Okay, how do I do?
People in the room are going to stand up. She's going to say, "I'm sorry. I mean, you wanted to be so forceful. All you had to do was calm." She smiles.
If I wanted
Wait, who's she talking to?
Anthem.
Oh, okay.
Anthem will lean in and say, if I wanted your attention, I'd ask for it. Unfortunately, you took my stuff. And I'd suggest you hand it back.
Wait, Billy is like here, right? Billy is...
Yeah, Billy's 30 feet away. You can see that Lilfer has been pulled away from you. You can turn and watch her. This is kind of...
Oh, so the vortex warp was successful?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh, and she also adds, how about if I call the guards?
She's going to say, I didn't steal anything, but you know those tolls, they have sticky fingers. Let me see if I can find it for you.
I am not stupid.
Can I
can
Can I overhear that?
Yeah, go for it.
Do I roll?
Do start looking at Billy. No, you are watching this conversation.
Okay, in that case, Billy immediately is concerned that she has something planted on her person. Can I check?
Yeah, you start patting yourself down. Yeah, you've got 2 letters wrapped in a little vellum bundle around it.
This motherfucker. Where the fuck did that come from? I walk back to
your father, Billy. She raises her eyebrows.
Oh no! Like
Wilfer. I don't.
I'm sorry.
I'm not even going to look at her. I'm going to walk to Anthem and hand the letters and say, "Is this yours? Because somebody snuck it on my person."
Yes, and I do believe you because I saw you hiding behind that pillar like a solid. How many feet away was she?
What do you mean hiding? I wasn't hiding.
No, just
I wasn't doing that.
Very convincing. Very convincing.
Billy. Yeah, no, she just like deadpan stares at you.
What?
As the situation is getting tense, a man is going to who's started stranding is going to walk over and say, "I'm sure this is a misunderstanding. You've been slighted. She's a servant of mine. I let you out of my sight for 10 minutes and you get into trouble." Lilfear is going to blush. Looking down. He's
This dude's hot.
Lord Traylon Madison, will 20 gold be sufficient for your troubles?
Wait, give me or her?
You.
Oh, wait. Okay, how much?
20.
Okay.
He'll take out his coin purse, thumb through it for a minute, and then pull a stack in hand and say, "Come, let's drink and enjoy the night and forget this." Lilfear, darling? She perks up and says, "Be silent in a corner." "Yes, sir." She is going to nod and look towards Billy.
Billy is flushed, and her hands are gripped in a fist, but trying to pretend like that's not happening.
Can Anthem see this entire like dynamic go down between all these three? Like,
Yeah, I mean, totally, you're there.
yeah, like how obvious it is.
Well, Lilfer, I hope your day is decent. It's always a pleasure to see you again.
She's going to nod and say, "Really? Let's catch up outside."
I don't even respond. I would start walking away.
All right. Before you go, Draylin is going to say, "You're the Toll's daughter. Come, sit with us."
I would really rather not. Thank you, sir.
He's gonna nod and say, "Okay."
Super stiff.
But I can assure you, I'm more fun than a lot of these glory hungry brutes here tonight. Enjoy the.
I thank you. You as well, sir.
What is Billy's game plan?
Billy's game plan is looking for Lennox and avoiding eye contact with anybody.
Okay.
Billy is in her worst state right now, and it just got worse.
Can Anthem deliver this stuff?
Yeah, most certainly.
Okay.
I think
say, would I have seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
I would just say, would we have like seen that all go down, that whole interaction?
Oh yeah. It wasn't quite record skip of like, but people like were starting to watch, and just in the faintest, most immature breath, you might have heard, honored.
Billy looks humiliated, by the way. Billy is so
I think I know
uncomfortable.
Billy well enough to maybe recognize the discomfort and maybe turn to Emaru and say, who are we looking for again? What's the guy's name?
The Sage, Olshendors.
The Sage. I'll say, I believe the Sage is over here. I have to go talk to my friend. It was very nice meeting you. And then walk towards Billy. So, was that your fucking ex? That you told me about?
Hi, Ivana. I didn't know you'd actually be here.
Yeah, I like to come to things.
Yeah, that was her. God, the thing that pisses me off is I still think she's really fucking hot.
Okay.
But she's always fucking like this.
Yeah, because she's a bitch. I don't know really what happened, but from what you've told me, I believe she's not a great person.
I really don't want to be here. I really...
Yeah. You know what? Why don't you walk around with me? I know you. You know me. I don't really know anyone else.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Take a walk. Maybe have a drink or two.
Billy immediately clings to Avada like an introvert that's found like a little moth that's found its flame. I was looking for Lennox for the same reason, but Ivana will suffice.
And I think at this point I realized, I left the strange person who could be an assassin alone, and maybe try to introduce Billy to them, and lost sight of what I was trying to do for a second.
Do you tell Billy that that's what the situation is?
No, but I'll be like, there might be something happening. Let me introduce you to someone. Then maybe go back up to Emaru and be like, this is my friend.
As you do, Emaru, you can get in line to greet the Sage. There's a couple, or quite a few people like waiting in front of you. And there is a brief moment of like, oh gosh, I'm alone again. And then Ivana's back.
This is my
Hello.
friend Billy.
Hi.
I'm pleased. I believe we've met before at some point, by chance.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh wait, yeah, I
have
recognize
you guys
you.
met?
I think I
It's
saw you
hard
in
not
like a
to.
bookstore or something.
Something of the sort. I suppose it's hard to not recognize me. I tend to stick around people's minds.
I think I've heard something about you before, but I can't remember. Anyway, nice to meet you. Billy doesn't mean to sound like an asshole, but Billy doesn't know how to meet people, talk to people.
That's completely
Oh.
fair.
So everyone have
Billy's
a
just like
good
me.
day so far?
Sorry, would you say Ivana?
You know, everyone have a good day. Anything interesting happen, or anyone hear anything?
That star was
Lightly
pretty
probing
cool.
a little bit. Yeah,
Did you guys see that
only ever read
star?
about some things.
Just like
I've only
small
ever read
talk.
about a lot of things.
As
Felt.
as you all are talking and waiting for the group to shuffle forward, I'm gonna jump back to Anthem. Anthem, without intervention this time, it's a much easier handoff to Moa. She waits by the door and is going to. How much? She's gonna look at the letter as you hand it to her, and she's gonna say, "These are some weird contracts. Any of these three? How much do you know about this? Probably just some dummy they hired."
Yeah, pretty much.
She rolls her eyes and says, "Fine. Hand up," and she is going to leave for the night.
Anthem just goes back to the party, not knowing really what to do.
Party. You know what?
She isn't enthusiastic. She knows how to be there without being there. Like, she can she can talk, I guess.
I will give Anthem another history check. Why did it feel so important to come here?
23.
23. You think back and you try and like just remember whatever that weird dream was that feels to be like guiding you tonight, and I want to say it's fucking balling ass roll. But
No kidding.
you just like think back and you're trying to like remember what like haunting dream led you here tonight, and you knew that something went down here and you were always a step behind it. Somebody important was at risk here. And it's hard to narrow down who, because there's a lot of important people. Also, I'm transferred the list onto Roll20 for you.
Oh, so these are all the possible people?
Yeah, Moa said any three, and you didn't know yes or no for that answer.
Yes or no to what question?
Moa, the lady who took the list from you, read it
Yes.
and said
Mhm.
any three was the question she asked Anthem. Anthem
Any
didn't
three.
know yes or no because you're not the one who made this list or whatever, whoever that woman was.
Oh
You just
no!
gotta
Oh
trust.
no!
You guys gotta
Oh,
trust that the tolls didn't ask you to do something illegal.
no!
Probably not.
Oh no! Oh, so these people are going to die. Oh no! Oh, okay. That's 3 people are gonna be stabbed tonight, aren't they? Oh no.
Give me a direction for Anthem. Um, if you wanna just linger around where the most important people are, um, the big event's happening in the dining hall. So you can go back in there and just kind of like hang out and watch if you want.
No, these are incredibly illegal papers.
Well, the fortunate thing is you don't have them anymore.
Yeah, that's also bad. That's oh, she screwed up. She messed up. Okay, how do I hunt down any one of these people? Like, can I
Um,
find them? Can I just like tell them? So you're like kind of on a list that like gonna be stabbed or like poisoned or something.
you can ask people about the names, or you can try and roll a history check on a random one if you know who they are. Um,
Okay, yeah, she wants to know like importance if they're going to try and go for importance here. 14.
14. Wait, which name are you trying to? You gotta pick one, and I will give you
Oh, okay.
information on that one based on your roll. So the roll's a 14. What name do you want?
Paulina. You.
Paulina Kiev. Oh yeah, you know her. You've heard the name before. Um, she is actually on. Uh, she is actually on a Council of Oaths. I forget the exact name of it. Her exact. She's a councilwoman. Her exact job is managing estates and inheritance, I believe, and voting on matters related to those conflicts. Would she be here? She's a councilwoman.
Yeah, she's here, isn't
It's
she?
it's a roll of the dice, honestly.
Okay.
That was not a check to find her. I'm sorry. It was just
Yeah, I know.
if
I
you
know.
know her.
Yeah.
I'm
Do you have to
going.
roll it individually for like every single one of these?
That would be
Oh.
mean if I made you do that, wouldn't it?
Okay.
I feel like it would. Yeah, you gotta roll for every one of them. No, I'll give you one roll for the whole sheet if you recognize any other names off of there. But I will be more generalized with my info. I feel like that's fair.
15.
The other names that stick out to you on here, you wouldn't know who Kaitrina is. You wouldn't know who Lakshan is. You would know who Caliph is, and you would know Thas. Caliph is another counselor. She is a counselor on the Currency Council. She is a councilwoman. She has a vote on matters relating to the economy and the allocation of funds. Thas Surreal you would know her. Your future sister-in-law is getting married to the woman Thas works for. Thas is the head steward for Anadelia Surreal, head of the Surreal household.
So this is her, or the
This is her number 2. So
Okay.
this is Thas is Anadelia's number 2.
Would she know Nivara? Or no?
Dardel, did I not give you that one? I thought I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, you would know Nivara. She is a ambassador to Nazaram. And boop. She recruits people for a peacekeeping organization.
Was that the lady I was talking to earlier?
It is the lady you were talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Or I would rather say was talking to you.
Okay.
Just give me a little bit of a direction, Anthem, and then I'm gonna jump over to the rest of the party.
Actually, can Anthem go straight for Billy after knowing all this?
Yeah, certainly. And again, you would find her in the dining hall. All right. So, as you all are, it's about to be your turn before, finally, Anthem is going to return to the group as you all are talking about the star. The 4 of you are all together, about 2 people behind people being greeted at the table. You have a moment, Anthem, to tug on Billy's jacket.
I would also like to add Billy is now at this point fiddling with her tinker's tools to try and calm herself down, kind of like half having that small talk conversation with about the star.
Oh yeah, Anthem just like grabs on Billy's like shoulder and just turns her towards her and just asks, "What do you know about that list?"
Wait, the paper thing?
Yes, they were given to me by Tolls, and I think it's a kill list.
I have no idea, honestly.
I
don't know if I should roll for that, but I feel like Billy would have no idea.
DC 8.
Oh wow.
You don't really, what's Anthem talking about? But, now that you mention it, Kylissa did slip something to one of the guards who stayed behind when you
bitch
left the carriage.
Oh wait, no, not Kylissa. I thought you said Lilfer for a second. Still a bitch, but different kind of bitch.
I would like for the viewers to know that Chloe asked me for a trashy romance and a jerky sister. And I would like to think I delivered on both of those.
You did. And I say, when I refer to my sister as a bitch, it's with affection. And when I refer to Lilfer, it's with disdain. There's a difference. Listen, Anthem, I have no idea. I don't understand why that, like, if that's the thing that was given to
die
me.
Tonight.
Wait, Wait, you know who's gonna die tonight?
Council members.
People are gonna die tonight?
Yes, something in the future. I remember. I have time magic, and then she just like lists off all the people. Like I just put it in our session chat.
What did Misty want to do? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, can I like roll something to see if like I believe Anthem, like, because she's saying all this crazy like stuff.
Yeah,
and, like, do I believe?
Sound a little bit like a crazy person.
Like, cause I'm like, I'm like looking for an assassin, so maybe like I'm like on ears and like, do I trust this person?
Okay, so how about this? I normally don't allow charisma checks to be made at players to force players to do something, but in this situation, I feel like it would be really helpful in like how all the characters stands. So for Anthem, give me a persuasion check of like how sincere and empathetic you're being. The lower it is, the more you're gonna look like a crazy
21.
person. Yeah, the higher, like, the more you're gonna be like, look, I'm telling you, like, I know my stuff. And then you can give me an insight check. If you want to contest that for Ivana, but you don't have to. Like,
Billy just believes her.
yeah, it
I think
feels
21's high
passionate.
enough for me to just believe her.
Yeah.
I built this girl for one thing and one thing only: utility and skill checks.
I think I'm gonna look at her and go, I heard there was an assassin tonight. I don't know who, but I'm trying to be on the lookout for maybe that list has something to do with it. I don't know.
She's going to kill 3 of them. I heard her mutter under her breath,
3?
like any of these 3.
Billy,
I remember from the
Um,
future that it's council members, most likely.
I'm gonna give you one final nudge for Ivana. Give me another history check, DC 8.
Oh.
You have
Okay.
the info for this, but unfortunately...
oh wow! Oh my!
Now, this is where, if you want, you can choose to take some misfortune, which might make the likelihood of things in the future failing, but it can give you advantage or let you re-roll this check if you desire.
I really want this information.
Wait, I can use chrono shift once, twice every something of a rest,
every
and
long
she
rest,
can
go ahead.
reroll.
You can use it. You can re-roll with no misfortune.
Reroll? Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Me?
DC is still
Alright.
8.
Oh no!
Now, if you want
Sorry, guys, I don't
you have that option, but otherwise
Okay.
I'm going to butt out.
I think I'm gonna try one more time, and I'll take some misfortune for that because I think this is some good information.
Oh no!
I don't know this. I don't.
Okay, give me.
I've been there. The dice are telling a story.
Give me
The dice
one
want
final
dead.
one, 'cause I just want to see if you can beat a DC 8.
It's a really low DC.
I need it. I have more than a 50% chance of getting this.
That's.
No!
I love it.
You know
Oh,
what great storytelling.
no.
I don't know this information. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know anything.
No, it's fine.
I'm dumb.
The dice are telling a story.
For
The dice are
Ivana,
telling me don't know
you
this.
remember, Kiara said something, of like what was going on tonight, but you cannot call what it was.
She told me, she just said Elogian 3 times in a row, and she said it's one of those 3. Oh wait, do I remember that?
You remember
no?
whatever you remember as a player. I was giving you a nudge as
Okay.
a dungeon master. If you remember anything as a player,
Okay,
that's
she
knowledge you
said,
have.
I'm an unrepentant. I work with like criminals to like hunt down people, and I met with one of my friends, ? And she said that there's going to be an assassination tonight, and she said Elogian 3 times. Are any of those people on that list? Elogian?
Elonagian.
Elonagian. I spelled that wrong.
Step forward.
Can I have a look at that list?
You all step forward. The sage is going to gesture for your group to come to a stage.
Oh no.
Is he on the list?
Do we have to?
No, okay.
You can do whatever you want.
Would
No, that was in character. Billy said that out loud.
Would I be familiar with him?
I'm sorry, I'm still attaching voices. Someone asked if you're familiar with...
Yeah, me. Would Ivana
That's
be
Ivana.
familiar with him?
Oh, would Ivana be familiar with him?
Yeah.
Ivana, roll me a misfortune check. You're trying
Oh.
You're trying to.
What is that?
You're rolling
Like-
a D100, and your
Okay.
misfortune currently is 30 plus 50 is 80. You're trying to roll higher than an 80. Or an 81, I'm sorry. Higher than an 81.
Oh,
I rolled a 4.
the dice like you today.
Yeah, they really do. Like,
I got a nat 20 on my first roll, like, ever. So I feel like
Yeah, true.
Um,
That was all you get for the rest of the month.
I got a nat 20 on a deception check I didn't even want to make.
at your
Yes.
terrible misfortune, I'm going to subtract 20 misfortune from you, so your misfortune goes down from 80 to, or from 81 to 61.
Okay.
But, also, no, unfortunately, the sage is mostly busy with training other sages. Your position in the chantry is more so
Not very high up.
protection, yeah.
Okay. Okay, just wondering. So I guess we walk up to him.
He's going to talk. Oh, does Billy want to say something?
Well, I was gonna ask, because I think you explained it, but I also can't remember. What is it that he is asking us to, like, what are we doing? What is he? Who is he?
This is. Oh, let me put the Sage Ulshan Doris. This is the current Sage of Ardor, the city. So his job, he was basically appointed by the four chantries, the religions that worship the four ascended gods in the city.
Gotcha.
He was appointed to basically be like the historian, the archivist, like the knowledge keeper, the lore master of this city. So if anybody needs to know anything, he's the person that people in the city come to ask for, like, hey, I need to know what's the best way to cook a chicken. What medicine do I give my sick kid? Like, what are the best trade routes, to get to, like, this region of... This guy's job is literally to know stuff and help people who don't know it.
Gotcha.
And he is the host of the party for the night.
Okay.
Emmy, if you don't mind, like, could Anthem actually, like, try breaking off, because she would probably be more active, because she knows that he is not one of the ones on the list, so she is going to try and find anyone that's a little guy and just, like, ask the rest of them to just update her.
Do you want to say that to the party? Because
I think I'd follow you then, because I'm visiting.
Yeah.
I'd follow you in that case.
Well, I mean, as you guys go looking for little Nagians, the just standing right next to you, Tower of a Scholar, that all the guards in the room are staring at.
All the talk about, like, an assassin has really made Amaru very nervous, like, even more nervous about why everyone is staring at her.
I think at this point I would have been like, oh, I'm here for a reason, and turned to Amaru and been like, oh, right, you wanted to, you go, you wanted to ask him, you wanted to see him. Sorry about that.
And Billy, by the way, is fully on board with following Anthem, because on the opposite of nervous, Billy is like, finally something to do here that is unrelated to any socializing or thinking about my ex.
That's unfortunate, because she was actually going to go for the X, because the X is on the list.
I'm gonna come back to you, Paul. I'm gonna let Amaru have a moment.
Hell yeah.
Amaru, you have your opportunity with the person who arguably knows the most in the city. As you step forward, he's going to say, thank you so much for coming tonight. This is Vice Administrator Rani Irabai. He gestures to a elfin man on the stage. These times are trying, but even the gods themselves have, or even the Ascended themselves have blessed this evening as he gestures towards the glowing lights. It doesn't seem too authentic as he gets ready to greet the next person behind you. Do you want to say anything?
Sage, good sir, and she doesn't really know what the proper formality is for meeting a sage, so she just kind of bows at him for a moment. I am looking for information about someone who resides in this great city. Is there any chance that we could have a moment together alone, perhaps after you have finished greeting more of the guests at this party? And a fine party it is, I must say.
You're from across the border?
Yes, I am. It's been a very long journey, but I've very much enjoyed my time here.
He's going to nod and say, for a out of curiosity's sake, would you mind removing your jacket inside? I can have a servant take care of it for you.
Oh, yes, of course. And she removes her suit jacket. She's not wearing anything particularly fancy underneath, just a t-shirt, so it's a little bit of a an outfit change.
He's going to gesture for one of the attendants on the stage, and he'll point towards Amaru. She'll stop for a moment as he leans forward and whispers in her ear, and then he'll say, I fear that tonight won't be a good time for us to talk, but I can have a room prepared for you upstairs, and we can do breakfast. I assume you're only traveling through the city?
Oh, I've been staying for some time, and I'll stay for some time longer. Breakfast would be wonderful.
And your name?
Amaru Willerina.
He nods and says, of course. The servant is going to come and take your coat for you. Otherwise, he's going to gesture for you to step aside. If you want, you can talk to the vice administrator. Otherwise, there are other people waiting behind you.
She just kind of gives a little bow and walks past the vice administrator and
roll me
starts
insight check. Also, as you you said starts what?
Pardon?
Oh, you said she starts to what?
Just walk by and head towards the group.
Okay. Roll me
other,
an insight check as you're leaving.
People that.
Oh my god. That was weird.
Oh my god.
That was a little weird. That felt a little weird. Are all Ardorians that strange? You look at your sleeves and like, what was that? That was odd. Okay, whatever. And you can go with the rest of the group. I gotta do a time check real quick. I think we're coming up to the end of our session 1, and we moved a little bit slower. How does everybody feel about 40 more minutes? Is that too much to ask?
I'm down.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
Works for me, yeah.
For 44 minutes. Okay, cool. That I just don't want to be rushing all the stuff. You all are going to be able to walk out into the gardens. You are looking for Lilfir out here. There are various fire pits set up that are burning against the cold winter winds. Different groups have set up around these different pits, just talking and chatting with one another. There is a particularly large group around one of the pits, and they are cheering what seems to be a circle forming around an honor duel.
Billy leans over to Anthem and says, "Are you sure there isn't anybody else you could ask first?"
Unfortunately, she saw the papers.
Oh, okay.
Emmy, can Anthem be passively checking for shadows?
Yeah, that's not something you can passively do.
Okay.
Ever so often, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will roll a d20 for you and add your perception bonus of just random people you're passing by. And if anything jumps out at you, I will let you know.
Got it.
That said, you all are out looking for Lilfir?
Yep.
Yeah, Billy is there, but Billy is like 10 feet behind, listening, but pretending like she has nothing to do with it.
I think I'm gonna turn to people and be like, do any of you know if any of these people on the list are Alonagian or not? Like, I feel like that should be our priority right now. Just off the top of our head without looking around, does anyone know that?
Or if they're here.
Or if they're even here, yeah. That too. I'm not very good with history.
Would I be able to roll to see if I would know if anybody is?
Sure. Shoot for it.
Would
I'll
I
give you
get
the
the help
same,
action?
Go for it. I'll give you the same general check that Anthem rolled. You'll get information regardless. Every tier of 5 you roll, you get additional information.
Well, with the help action, that was not much better.
You don't think anyone on the list is a Lilnagian, but when Kylissa talks to you about some of these names, you're just like, whatever, I don't care about what more power and who we need to find blackmail, blah, blah.
Yeah, Billy's just like, alright, truthfully, I was not listening anytime my sister talked about this stuff. I'm so sorry. I have no idea who any of these people
That's
are.
okay. I don't either, so...
I think one of the most definite ones would most likely be Caliph, because she's on the council.
Oh, wait, also, I was talking to, Nivera?
Yes,
that's right?
Dardell.
Would I know if specifically if she was Alonagian or not?
Yeah, I'll give it to you without a roll. That is the most Ardorian woman that Arder has produced.
Okay.
Lady.
Oh, I think I remember you telling us, or telling me at least.
Because they need someone. She would much rather be stabbing undead monstrosities on the other side of the world
Then be at this. Okay. So in my head, crossing her off the list, even with the very little information we have. And I'll say, guys, I don't think that she's going for they're going for Nayavera. She's not Alonagian. I know that. That's all I know, though.
I know I rolled to see that specific thing, but do I know personally any of these people?
Do you know personally? I'm gonna roll you. Let's see. I'm gonna roll you a percentage die.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, who?
Not in ways that you're
Uh-oh.
gonna be very happy about.
Uh-oh.
Paulina, Lady Paulina Kiev has met with your family before in one of those
Right.
closed door sessions with Manning and Kylissa. You've seen her travel out to Hellenis, which is a big thing. Which is a big journey. It's on the border. It's days away from the capital. You've seen her travel out to Hellenis, and she was at your estate a little bit. And I will nudge you, as a player, she was one of your options for a messy romance. She is
I remember.
the older,
I do remember it.
with potentially skeletons. Yeah,
And she knows Lennox, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So just Paulina, I'd know?
If the question is, yeah, who you know personally, yes.
Yeah. Do I think she'd be at the party?
I don't feel like, and this would be like Dungeon Master info to like maybe what Billy's feeling. I don't feel like Billy's perception of her, that she feels like this party is a place for her. She's kind of stuck up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, yeah, she's on. She has a vote on the League Estate, just for the council that she's on. The League Estate is the very important counselors.
Right, yeah. I glance at the list again and I say, I think I know this one. I point to Paulina and I say, but I don't. It doesn't feel like she'd be here tonight.
Okay, well, that's a third of the people crossed off. Now, and I don't know anything about anyone else.
I guess we ask around.
Yeah.
Anybody but Leoford.
Would Anthem know Thas since it's, betrothed to,
You know of her, but you have not.
No, okay, not met. Okay.
Yeah. You. Oh, actually, I think that's a guy. But you don't know him like personally.
Okay.
Wild shot. Would Amaru know anyone?
On that list, you know what? I'll give you a percentage die. The DC is going to be higher for you. Oh man, I hate this.
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah, Amaru, you do know a name on there.
Uh-oh.
Lakshan Anov is dead.
What?
That
Huh?
was a person who crossed the border a long time ago, left the university much like you. But they, as far as you know, from what your colleagues said, they died in an accident up north.
All right, guys. I don't know about you, but that's 3 names that we got.
Do you share this?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely share that.
What?
Okay.
Wait,
So
so
we have
if there's a person who's
Katrina?
already dead on here, what does that mean?
So we have Katrina, Caliph, and Thas are the ones that we haven't crossed off. But we have no idea if they're even here. That's
Remind me again, this is Billy, because truthfully I kind of was just excited to do anything other than engage in this party. Are these people who are suspects or potential victims?
potential victims, I
Potential
believe.
victims.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because
Just double
I know
checking.
someone who told me that there is an assassination, and then there's this mysterious list with names on it. I was told 3. We crossed. There's only 3 possible people left. Maybe? I don't know. This is all very circumstantial.
Yeah,
You-
no kidding.
Guys know anything about doppelgangers?
I've
Would
heard
I?
there might be one here.
I feel like I
Okay.
would have read about that.
I can tell you about them. The way that you
Okay.
find them is by checking if they have a shadow or not. If they do not, then they are a doppelganger.
Can I...
Okay.
What if we just wander around and look at... I mean, we can try not to look
Look at the
suspicious and
ground?
talk to people, but yeah. let's
Okay.
can I do an investigation check for this garden area?
wait.
Yeah, go for it.
Also, in order to take on forms, they have to have physical contact. It's not just
With the
you
person?
look. Yes, physical contact.
Okay. So so they have to, like, does the other person have to be, like, knocked out? Or do they just have to, like,
No, like
passing, like, touch?
yeah,
Okay.
like Anthem just like reaches out and just like pokes
Hey,
Ivana, like yeah, like that. That's how it works.
Chloe, for Billy.
Yeah.
As
8.
you start looking around, shit. Lilfer,
Oh, I see Wilfer.
right on the edge of a group.
Oh, no.
Not even 15 paces away from you.
Shit.
She seems to be watching this spectacle of this circle that's forming.
I'm like both trying to avoid eye contact with her, and simultaneously distracted by her. She has a shadow, right?
Looks like it.
God damn, it would be so much easier if she didn't. Fuck. Then I have a reason to fight her.
That would be bad for Anthem because what is it? She decided to, touch Anthem's shoulder.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hi, Lilfer. Again.
She's going to look over at you and say, "Ah, Billy. Now you want to spend time with me. Weren't you the one who always said that I didn't have time for you? Regardless, that's in the past. We can enjoy ourselves tonight."
Maybe I just learned my lesson.
How? Lil's gonna be like a little bit taken aback by that and say, "Was I that bad to you?"
I feel like I don't want to have this conversation right now. I'm looking for somebody. This is stupid. I'm not going to talk to you. And I walk away.
Okay. I don't know how she feels about that, to be honest.
Billy has not gotten over her feelings, but she's also upset with her.
I think there is a part of her that is, like, glowing that she can... Because Billy dumped her, right?
I think it was a little complicated. I think it was that she dumped her, but kind of more for herself. Like, it was more of a, like, you are clearly acting this way about me, and it's pretty... It was more like, at this point, I need to make the move. Because clearly she's like, acting this way to me.
As Billy walks away, like, all flustered, like, there is a small sense of pride, like, radiating from Lil Fear that she can still do this to Billy.
Billy is so bad.
In terms of, like, rap battle beef, in Lil Fear's head, the spiritual, like, version of her is like, you're not over me yet. That's what I thought. I get it.
She's correct.
But the rest of the group, did you want to do anything outside here, chairs are going to start coming for the circle, or from the circle, as the duel begins.
Who is it between?
You go to look. It is, if you join the circle, let's get some good dueling music going.
Probably just like a quick glance.
Yeah, you are going to look over, and you'll see a big burly man in a suit against a woman in armor. Give me a history check, DC 10 for this faction. Her armor has sigils and runes all over it, if you recognize
20.
it. She is a member of the Kalkin. They are a group of mage hunters on the continent. Specifically, they hunt people who misuse arcane magic. That said, this duel has been called as they're being handed dueling pins as it's about to begin.
Okay, I think I might take this distraction and maybe, because now that I know that like how to find the doppelgangers, I think I want to look back at the sage and maybe some of the guards, because those are the people I'd be the most familiar with, and maybe I'm like worried that some doppelganger took them over and like they're not really them, and like I'm worried about like their safety and stuff.
Okay. You're gonna go back inside?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go inside and just take a look around.
Okay, how are you going about this? Like, you standing at the door and inspecting?
I think I'm maybe just gonna go like I'm getting like some food or something, just like going back in, trying to be super casual about it, but like really like trying to see if someone has like shadows or not.
Okay. As you ask a servant for food, surprisingly, they are Misty, give me another misfortune check. Roll a D100. You're trying to roll higher than 61. I don't like that this is happening to you. I am sorry.
17.
You will.
Wait, what were you looking for?
You want it higher than a 61.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh.
I know. Yeah, that's bad.
I will subtract another 20 misfortune from you. I
didn't even get higher than
a. Okay. You are going to be led to a table as you ask for food, and you are looking around at the people for who has shadows and who doesn't have shadows around you. And you are going to be sat at a table next to someone you recognize who was talking to you all earlier, Lord Draylen Madison.
Oh, this fucking guy.
He's going to look and say, I see it in your eyes. You don't trust anyone here, do you? I love that about
Can't really in what I do.
They all call themselves allies, call themselves friends, but any one of them can have a dagger to your back in a second. Exhilarating, isn't it?
Is he just talking to Anthem, or is he talking to all of us?
Talking to Ivana.
Sorry, Ivana.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I also will. I stormed away from.
Flee! Can I just faster?
Can I do an insight check on him to get like a vibe check?
Sure.
I am rolling like
But I also
shit.
do an insight.
Yeah,
No.
me too.
Okay.
No.
Ivana can. I have information for Anthem.
Oh.
but
Great.
not yet.
That even worse.
Oh no.
He's going as the party one by one comes and joins the table. Food is going to be brought out for Ivana. Unfortunately, no one else asked for any, and he is going to go on to state. I think it's exhilarating being in this environment, never knowing who to trust and having to use your own wits to see who you come out ahead of. Always makes me curious, though, of those who don't choose to attend. There's more information to be had here than any stocky party of equals. It's these people, he gestures to everyone else in the party, that make this whole country move. Anthem, as you come and join the table where Ivana is sitting, I have been rolling checks for you for shadows. You have not noticed anyone missing a shadow at all, and you did just nat 20 your last check. As you sit down with Draylin, and Ivana starts eating, your heart is going to jump out of your chest for just a moment as Ivana's silverware moves. Draylin has no reflection.
Oh, good. That's wonderful.
Can I insight if like if Anthem showed that moment at all?
Anthem, if you want to hide it, I'll let you hide it on any type of deception check you want. Nobody has reason to believe something bad is happening, so no one would challenge your check to hide it. If you don't want to hide it, you can just jump for a moment like, ooh, okay, I'm good.
Also, just want to say, I don't think that I would actually eat the food.
Okay.
I think I'm a little bit too high alert to even think about eating. Like, I'm not even thinking that I might be poisoned. I think I wanted the food as an excuse to, like, get inside and check it out.
Okay, if it's okay then, like, maybe Ivana just, like, moving it side to side. Like,
yeah.
I
can just be holding a fork. Yeah. I can just be holding a fork and, like, waving it around.
Like in a movie, like in one of those movies or TV shows when the actors are supposed to be eating, but they never actually put anything in their mouth.
They leave like a full bowl of cereal on the table. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I guess my question then to Phoenix for Anthem would be, does she show at all like what she just saw?
Not initially. She would first lean in and go. Let me think.
Do you call somebody out or not?
Not initially. She would, let me see. Would she know who is in charge of all the guards here?
For the sages and the oculars are protected by the soul hearts. Presumably one of the ranking people of their family. Do you, give me a deception check, then, for just keeping your cool, and mostly you're trying not to roll below anybody's like passive insight.
No.
Well, Oh, Billy, actually, well, hold on.
Yeah, that would beat it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you're good. On that.
I have a 14 passive wisdom, so that's very close.
Oh no,
'Cause if-
it goes in your favor.
Oh, okay.
So I actually had to go look up your insight because I had your perception but not your insight. Billy,
Okay.
you are going to notice Anthem jump just a little bit.
Are we at like a table or
Yes.
something? You said that, right?
You all are at a circular table in the dining hall.
I under the table so that nobody will see. I'm going to kind of like flick my wrist in Anthem's direction, point at Anthem, and message, "What's wrong?" You can respond to a message.
Just stall, and she just stall for me. I'm going to get help.
I sort of subtly nod, like kind of like that, like really twitch of a nod. And this is Billy's worst quality, is talking to people.
Don't talk. Just.
I'm gonna move your shit for a second, Billy.
Billy can't hear you. Billy is going to talk.
Incredible.
Billy, as you cast message, it does have verbal, somatic, and material components.
Oh, I don't think it has verbal. I thought it was just the hand thing.
The hand.
It says on my sheet verbal somatic, but that could have been my mistake. I don't know.
Okay, I don't want to cheat you, so hold on. Let me double check.
Yeah, I'll double check too, because I thought message was only revealed by
This.
Oh, never mind.
The times where the rules are meant to help you, so I will not take that away. So.
No, you're right. It's because I think you're supposed to kind of whisper the message. I forgot about that. So you kind of like say it under.
Yes.
Well, it's sort of weird. It says you point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message. The target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
So you hold your arcane focus. You go through the components to like cast this spell, and then once the spell's cast, the how you use it is you point your finger at somebody and you whisper the message. So casting the spell, you would still have to make these verbal components, even if you're
gotcha.
the gestures, which he's not going to get the information of your message.
Gotcha.
But
that's wild. I feel like I've used message wrong my entire 7 years of playing D&D. I never noticed that it said verbal.
He's going to see that like something is happening, and as
could I sleight of hand to pass it off?
Yeah, can.
Well, it wouldn't be a sleight of hand. It would be a deception check to try and fool them that you didn't just cast a spell.
Gotcha.
Because you just went through everything to cast the spell, and then you can hide some of the somatic components under the table. You can like put your hand in front of your mouth and like say the verbal and somatic are the verbal pieces like as you're doing this, but it's a 6-second process to cast a spell that's like one action. So it's hard to hide this whole thing from him.
Gotcha.
Can
I try deception?
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry about that. I totally apologize. I had no memory of it being verbal. That honestly could have been so much worse.
It could. Draylin is going to say, feels like I am out on some joke that's formed amongst all of you. If there's...
Honestly, Oh, sorry.
He's going to look to Ivana and say, if there's suspicion to be had, allow me to direct it properly. As he turns and looks towards the stage at the Sage. I've heard from contacts that there's more harm in the Sage's pass than aid. If you're looking for daggers in the back, look no further than our magnanimous hosts.
Could I use, like, my divine sense to get anything from this guy?
Yeah, go for it. Divine... Can you link it to me? Because I just remember it's like your smells.
I don't know how. Do I do that?
Just click it on your sheet. You should have a little... let's see. So I'm going to go to your core page, and then your divine sense is... oh, that's divine smite. Here we go. This one right here.
Yeah.
Just click down, and then if you hit this little speech bubble right next to it, it'll link it in chat. That said, I just needed to see how it tells you of the senses and the range of it. Oh, there is you for a second, Ivana. You open yourself to the energies of the people around you, the intentions, their wills, and you smell like this pleasant, like, breath, this intake through your nose of like the hopes, the intentions, the common good that this event was brought together for. And as you try and like process like what is around you immediately and like what presences and what each of these individual people ping on, it is a instant crescendo into a tidal wave crashing over you. You are overwhelmed in an instant of powerful, blinding divine presence. So much so that I am going to roll a madness die for you.
Oh, God.
Oh.
That doesn't sound fun.
I
was just trying to see if this guy was evil or not.
It unfortunately happens. Let me see.
What does that mean?
Just give me 1 second, because it's so seldom I ever use this table. I need to remember what's at 258. All right. 21. Oh. Okay. And 1d10 minutes. So, Ivana, you open yourself to the senses, and you will have... Give me one charisma save, as this overwhelming presence just washes over you.
14.
You were taught, in one brief, like, you remember your training from the Chantry, and one brief, like, quick moment when you are in the services on first day that Umoja holds. Do not use your divine sense, because it is such an overwhelming, like, sensation to be in the presence of a god. And
Didn't know there was a god here.
well, you didn't know that. You remember that,
Yeah.
and this feeling crashes over you. You're trying to just comprehend whatever presence is also in this room with you is unfathomable. Are unfathomable. Blah, I can't pronounce that word. You cannot fathom.
Yes,
You did
got it.
well on that charisma save, and I will cut the time in half as you quickly close yourself off to this sense. And instead of 7 minutes, you become incapacitated, weeping in fear
Oh.
I just
and
collapsed on the
awe
floor.
and like oh
Well, that's a show.
Avon, are you okay?
Vanna,
There's a god! Or something. I don't know.
Vanna, you're
What?
making nonsense for the next 3 minutes. All right.
Alright. I was just trying to see if this guy was evil. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Well,
Did you do something to her? I look at him.
I'm on the floor. I'm fully crying.
Draylin is going to stand up and say, and stand up, like, and people are going to come around to also help her. And he is going to say, she's of the divine, or she's of the unrepentant. She has the ability to sense divinity, of which I feel that there's a powerful presence in here of. He looks around at everyone and says, the capital is truly a place to, or truly an exhilarating place. He will hold up Ivana's head and look her.
I'm gonna step between them and stop that. Can I intervene?
Yeah, you can. It looks like he's gonna help, but if he doesn't help, other people are already coming to help.
Billy does not trust him.
Okay.
Billy thinks he did something to her. Billy doesn't know what happened, but Billy is on guard. So I'm gonna try to step between them.
It is only a moment before someone comes off of the stage. The sage rushing towards Ivana's side. He will kneel down. He prays into his hands and touches her. With a lesser restoration, your madness is cured. You feel
Great.
that. You feel that presence, that just like divinity that like connected with your own, and it's just like, what is this? Like, just overall sensation just lifts like a cloud and just fades back into the everything else that is around you. You
Avon, are you okay?
Your physical senses.
I think, yeah, I'm gonna stand up, brush off my pants, and say, "What the fuck?"
Are you okay?
I don't.
What happened?
I think there's a god. There's like a god here, or some sort of powerful.
What?
Yeah, that I don't have words. I don't know. Something's happening here. Something bigger. I don't know.
The sage is going to, kneeling over Ivana and say, "You felt one of the four ascended?"
I don't. Would I know that, or but I just know that I was overwhelmed immediately.
Yeah, you wouldn't know who or what you felt.
Okay. I don't know who or what it was. Yeah, it hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who it was or what it was, but it was something.
Huh.
He's going to shake his head and say, "I will have the party cleared out. It's an honor that one of Ilderon's shepherds would choose to join us on such a night, and I could only imagine as such is why the guiding star blessed us. But this feels troubling. If you could stay a while and rest, I could have you a room prepared.
That might be best. Thank you.
Were you gonna say something, Chloe?
I kind of want to do detect magic, but I can't recall if I can do that as a ritual or not. Like I want to start doing that.
Okay, if you ritual cast it, it is going to take a while.
Exactly. It's I'm just double checking. You could proceed. I'll
Okay. Well, I was going to say, let's end there for the night if everybody's comfortable with it.
Hell yeah. That's a good stopping point.
All right.
Yeah, next session. Honestly, forgot you guys had a paladin in the party. I
was looking at it and I was like,
Ivana of that at the very start of the campaign. But yeah, the Ilderon gods are in the world with you all, so it's something to consistently be terrified of. when
so
you
maybe
look over your shoulder and it's like, what would God think? They're probably like right there, like, man, that's fucked up.
Okay, I just wanted to know if the guy was. I literally just the guy in front of me. I was looking to see if he was evil or something. Not okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
That said, great session. We didn't talk about if we were going to do experience or milestones. I haven't decided.
I'm all for milestone.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, with that then, I think I'm gonna give everybody a flat 20. Or you know what? Hold on. How much do you guys need to get a reroll for fortune? I'm gonna give everybody a flat 30 fortune across the board.
Ooh. Yay!
Almost balances out my misfortune.
I'm going to give you a special little bonus of minus 20 more misfortune because, my God, 4 rolls under 5 and accidentally
That's so
using
insane.
divine sense within range of a god.
That's so insane.
The amount of unluck has already been drained from you. You're good
And
for
I
the
got
rest of the campaign. That said, our next session will be on the 18th of May.
Woo!
And yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Also, hi Gaijin, I saw you. I saw you when you joined, and I waved at the camera. If anybody is hanging out in the stream that's a part of the community, you are more than welcome to hang out with us, and I will explain my after session ritual to the rest of the players. Goodbye.
Bye.